go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Bogue, or also known as Bogue Profumo. This is called Maai. This is not a first impression, first and foremost, not an unboxing either. I guess I'm failing at this, a first impression unboxing. I got this on a Facebook group years ago. I'm thinking approximately 3 to 4 years ago. It was in the purgatory. There's some, we just unboxed, quote unquote, Promise from the purgatory. Now we're unboxing this. So there's some pretty good fragrances in my collection that weren't in my collection. They were just sitting there collecting dust. Now, why am I saying this? This is something that I don't say at all. Like, I'm thinking it's been at least 4 or 5 years maybe that I've even said this word. You guys can call me out if you want, but it takes me a while to actually say something's close to a masterpiece for me. It is one of those that it's like a true blue 10 out of 10. Now, why am I saying this is not an unboxing? Obviously, I got this from Facebook groups. Somebody was selling their bottle. It didn't come with a box. It was just this. I guess somebody bought this or blind bought this, didn't like what they got because there's not much of a dent here. And I got it for cheaper, right? And patience and really doing your homework, you can save yourself, hey, I didn't get a box, big whoop. And I'm trying to remember how much I probably spent as much as the guy that probably just bought a Zorro wanted, the newest one, or Paco Rabanne 1 million, a designer fragrance for $150 US, which is close to $200 Canadian. I probably paid like 80 bucks less than you for this fragrance. Now, we all have different tastes. Some people are going to smell this and be disgusting. It is a polarizing scent. Now, it is not a first impression. I sampled this one a few years back, and I was blown away in the quality. I was just absolutely blown away, and that doesn't happen often with me. It was my first dip into the brand. I just heard off, I think it was Facebook groups. And I love these Facebook groups because I discover a lot, right? On YouTube and a lot of social medias, it's depending on who you follow, right? If you have a really small follow list, maybe you'll start discovering. It used to be a really good tool, but now it's kind of like oversaturated. But once in a while, like a lot of these platforms like Facebook groups, things like that, you're going to stumble upon some people that have the same kind of taste as you, and you're going to discover brands and fragrances. And this is kind of where I stumbled upon this one. So if you want to go see the samples, it's not that old. It's a few years back. It has a lot more in depth than this video. So if this video interests you in this fragrance, I have a samples that talks about dry down, performance, things like that. Obviously, it was off a sample, not off a bottle. Hopefully, we get the exact same thing that I felt when I first sampled this thing. I still need to delve more into this brand. I know for sure I don't have any samples of the brand in my sample, and I have thousands, right, of samples. I know the Rolodex sometimes kind of gets stuck, and I'm like, do I have this or I don't? For sure, I don't have any Bogue, and I'm kicking myself because I want to test out more on this brand. And anybody that loves this brand, before we even get into this video, definitely comment below and let me know which ones I should be checking out. I think there was actually a new one released. I think I saw a new Bogue release in the past year, maybe a year and a half. Anyway, this one really made a mark on me, and I'm happy to finally add it to my collection and have my very first Bogue bottle in my collection. Maybe a start of something beautiful. Maybe another one of those brands that kind of like Slumber House and things like that I just discover one and it just keeps going, banger after banger. This was so good that, this is rare, that fragrances that on my channel that are going to be contenders on my top 20 seasonal lists. So my top 10, 20 seasonal lists, which I know a lot of you are just like, you don't do those anymore. What the hell are you talking about? Are full of my favorites, and it's so hard. Like, it's hard to throw something off as a #1 mint or #1, like in this instance here, a CHYPRE. It's hard to actually make a seasonal list. Like, this could be perfect for fall or winter, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a rare thing to say on this channel, things like masterpiece. I'm a true blue 10 out of 10, and I think. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to delve into this one. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome to the Robe Zoe channel. I'm your host, Mark. Smash that subscribe button. Variety is the spice of life. You're going to see me do brand new designer fragrances, and then the next day I do something like this. They are completely, like I just did an Ozara Wanted, the new one with the gold bottle. After this, I'm going to do, what is it, the new 1 million, right? However, you're going to get stuff like this. I got a female fragrance coming up shortly. I got some niche coming up. I got some Frédéric Malle coming up. So I'm all over the place. Hitting that subscribe button, you are going to, you can utilize me as a tool to discover new brands, new fragrances. You can utilize me just for my ratings and just see, hey, if Mark likes this, maybe I'll like it if it's super high. This is one of those, like I always state, right? A good fragrance reviewer will not tell you anything in regards to click this link, go buy this, go do this. No. The only thing that I would say out of this, first of all, I'd warn you. I'm saying this. This thing's polarizing. It's not going to be for everybody. You're going to see in my fragrance review that it is for a certain genre of people, and I will say that. And that's a thing that your fragrance reviewers should be telling you. They shouldn't be telling you to click a link or buy 2 bottles or give you reasons to buy it. If you can't afford it, don't worry. You and your wife can share it, so technically you're saving money. Bow tie. Yeah, that kind of stuff. No, none here. But this one's a special one. I can't wait. So let's take a look at the note breakdown. Let's see why I like this so much. Now on the top we have aldehydes and tuberose. And you're like, oh, okay, floral, okay. Moving into the mid, jasmine and rose. And you're like, oh, he likes a real floral fragrance, like a really girly thing. Yeah. And in the base, we got civet, resins, and musk. Now, this is off Fragrantica, I know, because that's where I pull my notes for unboxings. It's just an easier way for me to just have, I got that graphic beside me. It's very uniform. I know that this fragrance has a lot of oak moss in it, and it's not in the note breakdown. So I'm just letting you know, there is a oak moss feeling to this fragrance off the bat, but a lot of this is true. I've smelt a lot of these notes in this fragrance. Now this was released back in 2014. It has some years behind it. I feel like slapping myself just to say, what took you so long, bro? I like daring scents. I like big scents like these. Nose behind this, Antonio Gardoni. Great perfumier. I discovered him, I believe, off Victor's brand, Zoologist, my Canadian friend. The owner of Zoologist utilized Gardoni as a nose for a fragrance, and that's how I discovered him. Now, looking at pricing, this one's not uber expensive, we'll say, versus a lot of other niche stuff. Like this is basically almost very, very close to designer pricing. Like retail's $210. That's it. And I know I'm saying that's it, but you're looking at Jean-Paul Gaultier. Like I know you're getting more juice than this, but like the big bottle Jean-Paul Gaultiers are like 180. Like this is not. And at discounters like this, this brand at discounters goes quick. Like real frag heads they jump on these, and there's not a lot of stock on them. Like discounters get them in, and they're around 170 180. So you're not saving much, but you can be patient. Like I paid a lot less than even a discounter. Yeah, I didn't get the box, but for me it was a steal of a deal. So let's put this one on, and if I recall correctly, this one's gonna last me all day. Yeah, that's how strong it is. Anybody that loves beast modes, this is going to be one of those. The one thing that was interesting to me that I didn't know about this brand, this cap is like rubber. Like there is nothing inside. This is straight up rubber, guys. Like I could squeeze. I didn't know that. When I got this, I was like, eh? It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know. Like they even have their logo on here, which is, interesting, but just straight up, like there's nothing inside, like straight up rubber. but that juice color is beautiful. So let's get into it. My first Bogue. It stained it. I love that. I know it's just coloration, but I still love that. Oh, this is strong. Oh. Mm. Animalic, green, floral. It is strong. It's a big floral chypre. This is absolutely gorgeous. Animalic, oak moss, civet, tuberose. There's that green tuberose in here. You got, you almost have an uplifting facet as well. There's perhaps the aldehydes could do that. Aldehydes do give out like a champagne, like bubbly feel. This goes back into the past and not a new idea. This smells big, it's bold, it's daring. It felt like it was made back in the 70s, 80s, where there was maybe, you know, less restrictions on a perfumier, even though this was made in 2014. It just brings me to the past. I think the people that watch me, if you haven't smelt this, like people that watch like a fragrance reviewer like Ramsey that like vintage stuff, this would probably make you happy. It's musky, it's camphorous. Let's put it on skin. I'm gonna do 3 sprays. I don't need to do much here. This is a strong fragrance, so let's put that weird cap on back. Oh, it jumps off way more off my skin than the strip. This is like no strip type of fragrance. Oh, it's so big and punching. Oh, it's musky, camphorous, skanky, floral. It makes me think of kind of like zoologist fragrances. So if you're used to those, like kind of like bat, but not like bat, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of bat because it's giving me an imagery of being in like a damp, cold, and I think there's eucalyptus in here, even though it's not even close to being in the note breakdown. There's nothing even remotely kind of showing this kind of camphorous, cold feel. But there's a wet, mossy appeal to this fragrance, like a cave, like there's some coldness and there's some animalic kind of feel in here. The civet, of course, like there was bats or any like other kind of animal. You know that this cave was inhabited by some sort of animal and you smell that. There's like a mineral quality in here as well. There's florals in here, but they're very daring. There's a floral core in here with civet. And the civet, there's just enough funk in here. I wouldn't call it like super crazy. It's up there, but it's very much about the composition. It's not just about civet. Blending, top notch. Mwah, bravo. There's, the aldehydes, like an eucalyptus kind of soapy, uplifting quality a bit, anholic, jasmine, rose, you know, that old school rose, green tuberose, brings me to the 80s, late 70s, one of the best modern day chypre. This froze an element in time, and I think I did say that in the sampling samples, where I said, this fragrance is not, you know, it doesn't smell like something that was made in the modern day. Like it doesn't smell like 2014. This smells like an element in time for vintage hunters that are looking for old school fragrances, like a floral chypre that is looking for that classical blending, you know, the push the restrictions, right? Push them away. Like, I just can't believe, like, this, like, I've been on YouTube since 2009, right? And this was made in 2014, and it's taken me, like, to get my bottle here, we're going on 11 years since this was released, that I finally got a bottle. That's how, you know, how big this is a jewel. This is like, this could easily be a top 5 in a list somewhere, a top 3 in a list somewhere. This is how good this is. I just can't believe I just discovered this now. And it just goes to show you how much oversaturated our perfume game is that it took me this long. Now that could be my fault that I've been, you know, I'm looking at, you know, designer fragrances and things like that. Maybe I should move on to things that are more my speed. And I think if I didn't have the channel, I think my discovery process would be different. Now, however, you know, I've always learned in the perfume game is that don't turn your back on a nose or a brand if they've had a dry spell or you haven't liked their first couple releases. You never really know. So that's where, you know, even though I'm still discovering or still opening up and sampling designer fragrances that you might say, Mark, what the hell are you doing? It's part of the journey. And I feel like sometimes you just gotta open up your eyes and kind of just discover. And it's kind of hard to kind of just suppress, okay, designers suck. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. But if I didn't have the channel, I think it would be a different thing. Like I would go more into niche and indie. Just so there's a higher chance of me hitting than missing, if you know what I mean. But this is this is so good. You should slap me in the comments that's been in the purgatory. Like promise and that, like there's more of these kind of fragrances that I've had tested before in the purgatory that you're going to be like, wow, this guy's just been, and I haven't sprayed it. I haven't done anything with it. It's just been sitting there waiting because I have all this. Plus I have the YouTube channel, so I'm testing other things. So I'm really busy testing out and I buy and I keep buying. Like this is stuff that I just recently bought, right? I recently bought a lot of these like in the past year or so. They've been sitting here. You've been seeing them on the channel. They haven't moved. And they won't be moving because I got to hit the purgatory first. I'm like, like I feel like some people are going to be like, Mark, just who cares about the unboxings on the channel? I'm just a creature of habit, I guess, that I have to go in order. But I know some of you want to go like, open that one, open this one. You'll love it. But going back to this, Bogue, this one right here, Maai, is absolutely a stunner. Like my imagery of just a dark, cold, wet, mossy with florals cave that had animals living in it. So you may see, you know, maybe there's a bird's nest that's empty, so you can smell the roughage. You know, there's animalic, so there's maybe some fur around that's been shed or something like that. That's where this has taken me. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to what all of you have to say about this fragrance, this brand, the people that have the more experience than I in this brand to suggest me some. Please do. So I can't wait to see the comments. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? Even though I say I still stamp like 10 out of 10, this is absolutely just like the sample, 10 out of 10. And you don't have to wear 3. Like I wore too much now. This thing is a bomb in my room right now. It quote unquote stinks. For somebody, it's going to stink. For me, it's going to be, I'm swooming. I love it. I can't wait to just put it over here somewhere where I'm like, yeah, finally have access to it. So yeah, I can't wait to see your thoughts, and it doesn't have to be as excited as I am. You can say, yeah, it's a really good release, but you know, it's not a masterpiece, or you know, no, it didn't. You know, it's a polarizing scent, so I can see both sides of the coin. So I can't wait to see, and of course, please comment and let us know what else I could be checking out from the brand. I think there's another one that starts with the letter MM, I think is the other one. I think that's a lavender-based fragrance, if the Rolodex is working correctly. I think that was the second most popular in that Facebook group that I was in that I noticed should be sniffed. I think that was the one. But I'm looking forward to that, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection now. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.